What is going on, guys? So, little hiatus, and we are trying to use this YouTube Live thing. Sorry for the camera situation. We're trying to sort this thing out. So we've kind of decided we are going to do a YouTube Live Q&A. I have not gotten. We've established we're going to do one. I haven't sorted out when we're going to do it just yet. It is summertime, guys, and we do have a ton. This is kind of our, I guess you'd say, personal time, downtime from racing. So this is when we tend to do a lot of other stuff. So as soon as I figure out when we're going to do the Q&A live, I will let you guys know. But I just I got the idea to do this live. I haven't seen a whole lot of lives, so I had to figure out how to use it on YouTube. So that's what this is. It's just me being able to play with it, figure out what does what. I have done some live stuff on Instagram, but I have not done any live stuff on YouTube, obviously. So, all right. I'm playing around with it and figuring out what we can do with it. Kind of had some time this evening that I figured I'd come at least stare at the race car. I do need to go build that body panel that we crushed. I tried to straighten it out and it didn't work. Sorry, I haven't gotten a video out to you guys. Let me just use this as a chance to do that. Time's been kind of slim for editing and all that kind of stuff. Basically, we didn't go race on the 17th. Let me give you guys a look here. Essentially, this is what's sitting on the bench in the trailer, and there's another drive shaft there, and there's another drive shaft there. This is what, as you guys have seen on Facebook and Instagram, this is what our drive shaft looks like. That's what was in the car. Here's another part of it that goes with it. And fortunately, we met with Jeff Bonema, the 5B car. And Jeff actually, I have a cool little video, Jeff Bonema, I took when I was over there meeting Jeff. And basically, we met at the Skyway. It was super cool. I might try to figure out a way to maybe put it in the next video or something. I filmed this really sweet intro. It was really pretty. We were out on the water, kind of showed normal Florida life, which was pretty cool. But we met him and picked up that orange drive shaft, and everything said that it should have worked until I got it back here and actually tried to put it in, and unfortunately it didn't have the right joint on it that we needed on one of the ends, so it wouldn't go on. That was kind of a last-ditch effort. We were going to, that was on, I think it was Sunday. I think I went and met him after the race where we tore the car up. And so that following Wednesday, we were going to Orlando, Kissimmee area for the girls' barrel race, state show. I actually ended up working it as the show farrier. And the plan was to get the car put together while we were over there in Kissimmee, sparing that we had all the parts. The biggest problem we ran into was we didn't have a drive shaft, and I could have gotten one, but we wouldn't have had a way to scale the car and put the car, get the car set up properly and everything while we were there with the drive shaft. And anybody that knows anything about racing, or dirt racing at least, having your weight where it's going to be when you scale it's super important. So it just wasn't going to work out. I wasn't going to stress about, trying to make it work. We already had a ton on our plate. We were gone for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, for 5 days away from home. We all just had a ton on our plate, and it wasn't worth that. Points wise, yeah, it definitely hurt us. We're probably not going to end up where we wanted to for the end of the year points, but that's okay. Again, it's just another learning curve, more seat time. It'll all add up. When it's supposed to happen, it will. So with that said, I got the car kind of put back together, minus one of the body panels. I'll take you guys over here and show y'all. it's kind of a mess in here. That body panel right there is actually laying on the back. If you guys remember, it was pretty bunched up. I ended up trying to straighten it out, and it's not gonna straighten out, unfortunately. So I've decided I'm just gonna probably build a new one, which isn't that hard. I'll run over to my father-in-law's. He's got our metal brake, and I'll just make a new one real quick. It's not the end of the world. That'll take me maybe an hour. The biggest thing right now keeping us from going racing is there is no racing. But besides that, we've got to get a drive shaft for the car. So had another one that my father-in-law had laying around. It's not going to work. It's going to be too short. Have this other one that Bottomla was going to let us use. It's not going to work. One of the ends is too big. So I've just decided, I actually went last Thursday, I think it was. Wednesday or Thursday. I actually went to the drive shaft shop and took the old drive shaft and the old flip yoke, and they're closed for a week. So today is the first day they're back open, which isn't a big deal. I'll run over there probably tomorrow or Wednesday, and I'll drop this one off. We'll see how long it's going to take them. I'm hard-pressed to believe that it's going to take a month or, close to it. The next race we have is at Bubba's. Next race we have scheduled, I should say, is at Bubba's up in Ocala. Super cool track. It's like a big D shape. It used to be an asphalt track that they made into a dirt track now. A lot of fun. Wicked fast track. Bad nasty. I remember last year we ran there twice. The first time we went, both times we went was in the blue car. And the first time we went for practice night the night before. Car started acting up, and I kind of felt it, but we was going to race it anyways because it was going to be fun. And it was great. We had some clogged injectors, and so the motor just, we had her do the floor all the way around the track the entire way, and we were going nowhere but backwards really fast. So that kind of sucked. The next time, we had a much better go. The track was stupid rough. Tore a bunch of stuff up in everybody's car. But it was fun. It was a wicked fast track. I think that might have been Stevie Throop's maybe first race or something like that in the 55 car. Maybe it wasn't mini. I do know that. That was early on when he was getting into that mod light. But so that was cool. I personally love that track. It is a bit of a haul, but it's a lot of fun to run at. So we're planning to run there July 22nd is the kind of the plan. They're calling it, and it's just what I saw on the flyer. I have not asked many more questions to find out, but they're calling it Wiener Nationals. So I'm not really sure what the deal is with that. But it should be a good time. Hopefully it's the way it usually works. There's no racing going on anywhere else, so we usually get a pretty good crowd up there. So that's the plan, is if we can get the drive shaft back in a decent amount of time, get the drive shaft put in, we'll get that one body panel put on, and then get it all put back together, and then probably run over to Mr. Todd Parrish's place and scale the car, get it all set back up, and we'll be ready to go. That's the plan. Worst case scenario, we can't get it ready by July 22nd. I believe if that's the case, I believe there's no racing until September, I think. Hendry might have a race in August, but I'm not 100% sure. And I kind of highly doubt we run that. So the end of the year is kind of slow for us again. Obviously, we go through summer, and it's really slow. And then for some reason, the end of this year kind of really tapers off this year. Last year, it wasn't that way. We had a lot of racing. But this year, not so much. So we're going to just take it in stride. We've talked about renting the track. We do want to get some more content for you guys. It's just going to be a little tough with not having anything really going on for the mod lights. And even when we do, it falling on days or weekends where we have other stuff going on. I know October's pretty busy for us as far as some stuff for my wife and everything. So we just play it by ear. I wish I could tell you what the rest of the schedule is going to look like. Obviously, tearing up the drive shaft, tearing the car up wasn't in the plans. So, we have to just take it for what it is. But we are going to do a Q&A session. And I think I've talked Dustin into being in on it with me. We may even be able to get my wife, Reba, and Dustin's wife, Bianca. Bianca's normally behind the camera. But hopefully we can get them worked in as well. We're just going to do a Q&A for you guys. Obviously, questions for me as the driver, me as the car owner. But then we're also going to do some questions, answer some questions for Dustin, who's the tech guy. He's the one that I know that there's so many things that I'm not thinking about or don't think about when we're at the track, because I'm fortunate enough to have him there. We found that out the last race we were at. It was definitely an eye-opener. There's a lot of things, that he kind of takes care of that it just doesn't even cross your mind because he's already taken care of it. There's some things that Bianca takes care of that doesn't even cross your mind. She just has it taken care of for us. We've been able to, we can kind of go racing with just Dustin and I and do okay. We can go racing. We found out we can go racing with the girls and I, and we can do okay. I sure like to think that if I had to go racing without any of them, it sure would be pretty tough. So with that, we're just gonna go ahead and kind of try to not go racing without them. But we also, have a life that we have to do outside of the racing as well. If you guys have any ideas for some stuff that you would like to see us do with the mod lights, please join in on that. Just trying to cover everything here. I think for the most part, that's it. I'm probably going to try and clean this mess in here up some. It's kind of ridiculous. But like I say, we've got a little hiatus going here, some downtime. So we're going to be trying to create some content, rent the track. We've kind of got some other stuff that we're toying with in the works, hopefully to bring you guys some really cool content. But it's a little ways down the road. So with that, we appreciate everybody that's following along. Again, comment below. Let us know what else you'd like to see. If you have any questions for the Q&A, I'm hoping in the next week or so, maybe towards the end of this week, maybe the following week, we're all going on a trip snorkeling, and we're gonna go scalloping. So we'll be going for that. But maybe one of those nights we can do if we have service up there. I don't know if we're going to have very good service up there. But if we do have service, maybe we can do it one of those nights. If we don't get to it the end of this week, we're going to do the Q&A. So drop your comments below in the comments. Give us questions for the Q&A. It can be anything. You want to get to know us. You want to get to know Mod Light Racing. You want to get to know the Mod Lights. You want to get to know dirt track racing. Any of the questions you guys have for us, we're willing to answer, at least to the best of our abilities. And so please drop the comments. Be sure to subscribe, and go check out the Facebook page, the Instagram. We're growing, and that's what we are glad to be, is growing and keeping you guys coming along with us. So with that, we will see you guys on the next one.